Breaking bombshell news this evening, because according to reports in the Mail on Sunday tomorrow, Prince Andrew secretly told paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, quote, "We are in this together," and said he was concerned about the impact of the newspaper's revelations when they published a photo of him with his
Today, we're diving into the latest shockwaves rippling through Windsor. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the disgraced former prince, has reportedly entered a brand new phase of stubborn defiance as King Charles continues stripping away the last remnants of his old royal life. The eviction from Royal Lodge should have marked the end of the saga, a quiet move to a modest Sandringham property, a humble transition for a man whose scandals brought monumental embarrassment to the monarchy. But instead, new reports claim Andrew is determined to make things as difficult as possible for the palace. So grab your tea, because this story is packed with entitlement, outrage, bold demands, and a former royal desperately clinging to a status he no longer holds. When King Charles removed Andrew's remaining titles and finally delivered that long-anticipated eviction notice, it symbolized the end of a dragged-out chapter years in the making. Royal Lodge has been Andrew's personal fortress for over 2 decades, a sprawling, multi-million-pound estate he has held onto with a white-knuckle grip. But the palace has made its stance loud and clear. Andrew is leaving. He is set to be relocated to a smaller, far less glamorous home on the Sandringham estate by 2026. Sources say Andrew only surrendered his remaining titles after King Charles threatened even harsher consequences. The message from the monarch couldn't be more unmistakable. The king made it crystal clear to his younger brother: jump or be pushed. And if Andrew refused, Charles was reportedly prepared to take even more decisive action. To the public, the solution seems obvious: move him out, move him on, close the chapter. But with Andrew, nothing is ever simple. According to multiple reports, including the Daily Mail, Andrew is now insisting on keeping a full roster of royal-level staff. Yes, you heard that right. He allegedly wants a private cook, a housekeeper, a secretary who also serves as a butler, and a team of gardeners, all to maintain the lifestyle he believes he deserves. It's astonishing. Here is a man stripped of public duties, no longer representing the crown, and responsible for years of scandal-driven damage control. Yet he is reportedly demanding staffing levels on par with senior working royals. Sources claim he argues he is still the son of a queen and the father of 2 princesses, and therefore entitled to all the trappings he once enjoyed. But that's not even the most outrageous part. One of the most stunning claims is Andrew's demand for what he calls the right to roam on the estate where he will be relocated. He refuses to be confined to whatever cottage he ends up in. He expects full freedom to access the grounds, walkways, and outdoor areas. The issue? Andrew has been banned from riding on Windsor Castle grounds, a restriction put in place to keep him out of the public eye and avoid photos of him casually trotting around while stripped of titles. But insiders say he's pushing back hard. He wants autonomy. He wants movement. He wants the lifestyle of a royal, without the title, responsibility, or authority that goes with it.
And where did he get a total of £8.5 million in 2005?
Yeah, because
did we pay for it?
Well, no, don't think the Mail are reporting today that he did not get a major inheritance from the Queen or the Queen Mother.
Insiders say Andrew is becoming exceptionally difficult behind the scenes. He is reportedly refusing to compromise on anything: staffing, access, financial guarantees. While the palace wants a clean, straightforward transition, Andrew wants terms. This is a man who has lost nearly everything, yet clings with iron determination to the last scraps of privilege. His approach isn't quiet acceptance. It's negotiation. It's resistance. It's calculated pressure. And here's where the situation becomes far more tense than it appears on the surface. Behind the scenes, this battle isn't just about where Andrew will live. It's also about money. Years ago, the palace quietly cut Andrew's allowance, forcing him to deal with the financial fallout on his own. But insiders claim he has repeatedly appealed for more support ever since. Andrew reportedly believes he should maintain the lifestyle he enjoyed before everything fell apart. Sources say he has even argued for a budget similar to what he had as a senior working royal, despite the fact he no longer performs a single official duty. This escalating financial tug-of-war has become one of the most explosive issues in the entire standoff. The palace is determined not to bankroll him forever. Andrew, on the other hand, wants long-term reassurance. He wants security. He wants protection. And perhaps most telling of all, he wants guarantees that when Prince William becomes king, his funding won't be slashed even further or cut off completely. That alone shows just how precarious Andrew's position really is. Some royal commentators argue that Andrew still holds far more leverage than the public might think, not through titles, not through duties, but through information. After decades at the very center of the monarchy, Andrew knows everything. Every feud, every crisis, every scandal quietly buried behind palace walls. And he's not the only one. His ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, has been right there beside him through it all. Insiders worry that if Andrew ever feels cornered, abandoned, or betrayed, he may decide to speak. A tell-all memoir, a strategically timed interview, one leak, one confession, and he could expose stories the palace never intended to see daylight. One insider put it starkly: Andrew may no longer have rank, but he still has reach. He is a man with nothing left to lose, and the palace knows it. And that is precisely why every step of this eviction has been slow, calculated, and extremely cautious. The stakes are higher than a simple change of address.
This is according to a report in the London Sunday Times that Prince Andrew and Fergie will not be invited to Sandringham. Now, I don't generally advise anyone to avoid church, but in Andrew's case, maybe he could spend a little more time in church privately rather than making headlines.
They're not simply relocating him. They're managing a potential threat. The monarchy is walking a tightrope. They want Andrew out of Windsor, yet they cannot push too hard. They want stability, yet they must avoid sparking a fresh wave of explosive headlines. They want to protect the image of the crown while dealing with a man who still expects deference despite losing every ounce of authority. This is not a house move. This is a chess match, and one wrong move could be disastrous. Just as the palace attempted to control the narrative, Andrew proved once again how unpredictable he is. The United States Congress formally requested his cooperation for a transcribed interview related to his ties with Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew declined. No comment. No cooperation. Nothing. A bold refusal that fits the pattern perfectly. When accountability approaches, he withdraws. When offered a chance to clarify, he refuses. When pressure mounts, he retreats into silence. And the timing could not be more damaging. On top of refusing Congress, Andrew was recently spotted being escorted out of Royal Lodge in a way that raised eyebrows across the media. Reports claim he was hidden in the backseat of a vehicle, nearly fully concealed, quietly slipped out of the estate as if trying to vanish altogether. This is the same man who once appeared at royal events with confidence and entitlement. Now he is a shadow behind a car door, ducking from cameras, avoiding public sight. The image speaks louder than any statement. Andrew's world has shrunk. His influence has dissolved. His public appearances are rare, guarded, and strategically hidden. Yet, even from the shadows, he continues to negotiate, to demand, to push back. His arrogance is astonishing. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor may have lost his titles, his privileges, his home, and his public role. But he is not going quietly. He is resisting. He is maneuvering. He is leveraging whatever fragments of influence he still holds. And the most shocking part? Some of his demands, outrageous as they may seem, are reportedly being considered. The palace wants closure. Andrew wants protection. And until those two goals collide, this royal drama is far from over. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Should Andrew still receive staff, funding, and privileges? Or has he already been given more grace than anyone else ever would? Make sure to subscribe. More royal updates are coming every day.